So it's Valentine's Day and I really want to, have these types of specials, and while I have a bunch planned for October, since it's the month of my favorite holiday, I have no clue what to do for this year, which is a problem. Like, what really fits Valentine's Day? What could I cover? What could I talk about? So this year I'm just gonna wing it and talk about some things I just feel like talking about. And I don't have the time to make a full video or other reasons to not make a full video, whatever. Anyway, it's definitely gonna be rambling for the most part. But fuck it. Some of this shit doesn't even apply to Valentine's Day. I just want to talk about it anyway, so let's go. I fucking love vampires. There's a lot you can do with the creature of the night, which is why there's so much fucking vampire media. There is one thing though that I really adore about them, and that is how they embody romance, both the classical meaning of the word and the modern one as well. Sure, other creatures like werewolves could also embody it, but to me, vampires are all about expression. They lure people in with their charm. This sense of expressionism that vampires have is why I'm always fascinated by the idea of vampires in a contemporary setting, as you can do so much with it. Here are some examples of good contemporary vampire media. If there's any you feel missing, please let me know. I need more of this. This is all leading to talk about how much I fucking love Vampire the Masquerade, both the tabletop RPG and the video game adaptation that bears the subtitle Bloodlines. I really want to make a full video on this game and in terms of source material, but there's so much to cover and talk about. I fear it could lead a video that is over an hour in length. I want to talk about how the game adapts certain mechanics from the RPG, how the atmosphere just holds you tight and never lets go, how the original soundtrack is one of the best I've ever listened to, how the licensed music introduced me to some incredible bands, how almost every character is memorable.
That goddamn Blood Witch told you what? He thinks we're responsible for that plague bearer? If I hadn't promised Nines I'd keep my nose clean, I'd go over right now and rip him a new wizard shoe. Magic missile casting motherfucker!
How much I fucking love the Hollywood section and so on. One day a full video will happen, maybe just before the sequel or maybe next Valentine's Day. Who knows? Mechanical Animals by Marilyn Manson is my favorite album of all time. Period. Nothing will ever change that, as it's an extremely important album for me. I won't go too deep into it, but it helped me a lot during a dark time, and when I feel low, it's one of the few albums I fall back to for a sense of comfort. From the start with Great Big White World to the end with Coma White, I am just in another world, and if you ask me what my least favorite song is, I will have no answer, because I love all of them. Mechanical Animals was the middle chapter of Manson's triptych, a trilogy of concept albums that tells its full concept reverse of the release order, with Hollywood being the beginning and Antichrist Superstar being its conclusion. Part of the reason Mechanical Animals is so special is how it is the near polar opposite of the album prior, Antichrist Superstar. This sense of transformation is common in Manson's work, from his exploration with other forms of art with the Golden Age grotesque, to his rejuvenation with the Pale Emperor. But his transformation from Antichrist to Mechanical is most likely his most important one, as it was the transition of a man who dreamed of being a rock and roll star to the man who became a rock and roll star, and that transition may have happened on Valentine's Day.
If you ever ask me what's one of the best examples of games as an art form, I will say with 100% confidence Killer 7. Killer 7 has a lot going on.
Coming! See, I told you, this is real.
much going on. I feel honestly threatened to make a concise video about it that doesn't sound like me rambling incoherently for half an hour. It doesn't help that 2/3 of the game's storyboards were cut, so there are so many missing pieces, whether it be the backgrounds of the Killer 7 or certain parts of world building. But even with that missing, there is so much to uncover and think about. There is no direct exact meaning to Killer 7, and every time I go back to it I always learn something new. There is a massive essay on the game on GameFAQs, but there is still tons of symbolism to be found inside the game itself even after a decade and a half of time. From its themes of East versus West to how it connects to other games by Suda51 in terms of its themes. Killer 7 is about many things, some more clearly than others, and I love it.
There was gonna be a part about wrestling in this video, but I gave up since my mouth kept on clicking during the voiceover and it was annoying me a lot. Plus, editing wrestling videos is a fucking nightmare on this platform due to copyright. You know when a game hooks you with its gameplay and how you just want to learn every detail and master its elements to become a better player? The sense of improvement and pushing oneself is something I really like with certain games. Pac-Man Championship Edition DX Plus is a game I spent a lot of hours on thanks to how addictive the high score runs are, but also the time trials, as every course has an overall ranking, and if you're in the top 5%, you'll get that S rank. Playing again recently after taking a near 2-year-long break, I was still learning new ways to get better times or improve my score ever so slightly to get higher on the rankings. Hotline Miami was another game that hooked me with the high scores after I was done with everything else it had to offer, and due to the short length of its levels, I was able to set aside a good half an hour to attempt a near perfect run of sorts on a level or two. Of course, not every high score grabs me. Bayonetta has a high score system with a full leaderboard, and while there is some pleasure in seeing a massive score total, I get more from getting that shiny ranking. High scores are as seen by many as a dated element of games, and while I agree a lot of games don't need them, there's still a few that really warrant their inclusion. And with the likes of Bayonetta and DMC, I think more games should attempt a ranking system of sorts to award those players who put effort in, and encourage more players to improve, since there's not a chance of doing really well then being ranked. Hang on, I gotta do this bit with the numbers. 1,297,131 out of 21,122,219,412. Hopefully someone figures out the joke. Valentine's Day is a cool day, you know? Yeah, the fucking shit about buying all this unnecessary garbage and the actual origins of the holiday can make one a massive cynic about it, but fuck it. To me, Valentine's Day shouldn't be just a day of celebrating your love with a partner. It should be a day of celebrating just love and shit, you know? To respect our friends and all that. I've had a bit to drink, so this is sounding a bit preachy and weird, but I hope on this day you can find some enjoyment out of something you love. That's the video. I'm gonna go lay down for a bit. Stay tuned for the next video where I cover modding.